to protect people from taking communion when they shouldn't. 1 Corinthians 11, we want to make sure that people aren't killed, if you will, or put to sleep, one, for taking it unworthily. So I've got two teenagers. We're going back and forth with the gospel, trying to understand and so on. And I guess I'd look for your counsel on when would you let the table be had by your children as they become believers.
Good question, Tom. Easy for me to answer, Tom, because I'm not from here, so I have nothing at stake. But one thing I've said to my kids when they've asked me, Dad, can I do that? When can I do that? I want them to know it and understand what it means. But in the heat of the moment, I usually say, what I'd like you to do is get online and listen to the sermon on that passage and what it means. And then once you listen to that, come back and talk to me. And I'm not going to try to stump you, but let's have a good conversation about what it is, what it isn't. Try to be real friendly and nice about it. And usually, with my children at least, they haven't come back. I mean, it's just been a Sunday kind of whim. They're here, they see. And so I've tried to give them kind of an assignment that's going to cost something. They're going to have to put some effort forth, so it's not just a Sunday, everybody else is doing it. I want to take that approach. I want to be careful about putting an age on it because the Bible doesn't. There's something in me that wants to put an age on it. I want to put an age on baptism too, but the Bible doesn't, so I've really been hesitant to do that. The church where I am has been really hesitant to do that. So in baptism, we have a class. We ask parents not to coach the kids. Come to the class. It's not difficult. Basic questions, basic interaction. But by having the class to prepare them, the age went way up. So I guess general counsel is going to be, don't try to get them to do it because you can get them to do just about anything. And when they're coming to you, maybe reasonably, prayerfully give them some responsibilities to prepare. That's just my general answer. Hope it's helpful.
What we do around here, Tom, and I don't police every family, because some families think of Passover and all the family would eat of the Passover lamb, so they would eat together even though the kids weren't saved in Exodus 12. I don't believe that view. I believe that you have to believe. Of course, it's a grace gift to believe. And then you're to be baptized. Then you do other things as a Christian. So it's believe and be baptized. So much so in the New Testament that you would almost be tempted to be a baptismal regeneration person if you didn't know better. So the response to the gospel is belief, then baptism, and then everything else. And so while we haven't made it a mandate in the church, you've probably heard me say it over the years, that this is for believers who have been baptized. And so for our children, if you haven't been baptized, you're not to take it. So it's not a church policy, although it's my pastoral belief, at least baptistically, if you're not a baptized believer, you shouldn't be doing anything except saying to yourself, I'm a person who is sinning because I'm a believer and I haven't been baptized. There's something more important for me to do than take communion, serve, give, worship, or anything else. I shouldn't be baptized. So our family, if you're baptized, you may take it. If you're not baptized, you may not take it. So then that helps also for the kids saying, well, I want to do it because everybody else does. Or no, you have to believe and then be baptized. Then that leads into, this is, in the last 100 years, we baptized a lot of kids. In no other church era we've ever done that. Mark Dever's done a lot of good study. When do you baptize 5-year-old kids in church history? They haven't been doing that for a very long time. That's a very recent thing. And so it's difficult for me as a pastor because we have people here at the church, they move from another church, their 10-year-old has been baptized, now their 5-year-old is now 10 because they've been here 5 years. 10-year-old Jimmy got baptized, but now 10-year-old, I'm trying to think of names that aren't with,
Matilda,
yeah. Lorraine Bettner, he's a man. So he wants to get baptized now. Well, you have to be a believer and you have to be baptized. And I'm trying to push this off to be later in the life of the young person.